Hi, one forum news brings you the best. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Your comments and your likes will be highly appreciated. Yes, we are going back to South Africa again, but today is not about facts and figures. No, today is all about what is going on when it comes to court cases. Yes, we projected that there will surely be a lot of court cases after the election, but this time around it's about the leadership crisis within one of the parties that performed sterling well, greatly well in the just ended election. We are talking about the MK party. Yes, from the beginning or from the onset, there were a lot of many infighting here and there about the leadership. This whole thing. So there's a court case now. One Mr. Jabulani Khumalo, he has sued the leader of the party, the face of the party, the party MK, that's Jacob Zuma, that he has pushed him out and he has taken his place. But let us contextualize the thing so that we understand everything well. According that is from the side of Jacob Zuma as well as Mr. Khumalo himself, also that's Jabulani Khumalo. What happened initially was the idea was formed by Jacob Zuma. He brought about the idea. We will not prejudice anything. We are very law-abiding people, so we will not prejudice us in the case, in the court. No, we will not do that. But we'll do our analysis and let you understand everything very well. So let us understand everything very well. So now, Jacob Zuma was reported saying that he has the idea of the MK party, which Khumalo also, in a way, allegedly agreed to in one of his interviews. Allegedly, yes, because when the case is in court, you have to be careful the way you make the presentation. Yes. So now, what is happening is Jacob Zuma sent those guys, we are talking about Khumalo and others, reportedly or allegedly, to go and register at the party, which they did because he's the brain behind the party. But initially, he was in the face of the political party. So the party was registered in a way, allegedly, in the name of Mr. Khumalo, that is Jabulani Khumalo. But at the point, as things were gathering momentum here and there, Jacob Zuma came out and no, he backed the party, supported the party. At the end, together with Khumalo and others, they agreed that he should be the face of the party. So they wrote a letter to the Independent Electoral Commission that this is our new leader, or this is the face of our party. But now there is some little bit of great conflict between Jacob Zuma as well as Jabulani. What may have necessitated all this thing was, when at a point, Jabulani Khumalo and some other executives were sacked or were fired from their positions here and there, and they were so disgruntled, they were not so happy about this whole thing. But that is expected. Those of us who study political science in classroom and even on the field, we know that things like that happen. When it comes to politics, it's a jungle. Yeah, a lot of things happen. And every point in time, there is someone that will surely be used. So it seems we can only allege that Mr. Jabulani, further no, he was used to do the registration and he still wants to be the leader of the party. But what is happening on the ground is, it seems a lot of members also don't want him to be, but he and some other people want him to be, because it seems that everything went against him in a way and he's not benefiting from the party as such. Now Jacob Zuma allegedly seems to be the face and the leader of the party. So that conflict is there, and it's only court that can say that it's either Jacob Zuma or Mr. Jabulani. So he filed affidavit to the court and the case is still ongoing. So we would like to present to you everything. So what are we expecting? What is expected is, at the end, either Jacob Zuma or Jabulani will be able to be the leader at the end. By all means, at the end, one of them will be. But he admitted himself on various platforms that yes, Jacob Zuma is the face of the party, but he is the leader. So one thing that is a bit criminal about this whole thing is Mr. Jabulani Khumalo is making the allegation that the letters that were sent to the Independent Electoral Commission of South Africa, the letter that is sent that with his signature, he's making the allegations that the signature, or one of the signatures, is not his. Yes, that's what he's saying. That the signature is not authentic, it was copied or it was falsified. Yes, that was the case that he made in his affidavit. So now they need to bring forensic auditors, they need to bring the technicians to be able to understand whether it's his signature or not his signature. So that's what have been filed. But this whole thing, when it comes to politics, things like this happen. And you can sense some level of betrayal. Yes, betrayal is expected. When it comes to politics, betrayal is expected. At every level or every stage of politics, betrayal is there. So now Jacob Zuma may feel betrayed, and this gentleman also, Jabulani, may also feel betrayed, or he's being used in a way. Yes, that is expected all the time. So he doesn't want to be used. That is why there is always this saying that if you watch around and you are not seeing anybody being used, know that you are the one that is being used. That's what the scholars always say. Now let's move on and see what exactly is happening. So we can only wish them well so that this whole issue is resolved. And now the party is becoming very lucrative, it's becoming very nice. And it seems that Jabulani is also trying to play his card well. He knows very well was that he needed the face of Jacob Zuma to be able to achieve greatness for the party. But now the question is, when he was going to do the registration with the Independent Electoral Commission, he went with some people which he agreed to. But all those things will come out in court, and the court will decide for all of us. Yes, I cannot prejudge what to come or preempt what to come out of the court, but we can only bring the report to you and make the analysis and what to expect. So at the end, either of them will be the leader. And this is very important because they need to resolve this so that either they move on with coalition with other political parties or hold on with the progress, as they are saying that they want things to be done the way they want it. Yes, that is their right, and they need to work on that. In another breath also, there is a case involving the daughter of Jacob Zuma. We are talking about Auntie Duduzile Zuma. Yes, there is some defamation case that is between her and Jabulani. Yeah, she's of the view that the man defending her. You know, once you attack Jacob Zuma, you attack Auntie Duduzile Zuma, because she made it clear to all of us that she's the last line of defense to her father, and she's been working so well. She's been with her father working so well. She's one lady that I salute, and we are rooting and praying for her that she will be able to earn some good position within the political party, because she works so well. She deserves it, and if things are settled, you should be given the chance to serve, because some of us, we support women. We want women to be at the forefront of things because we believe and we trust in them. So that is on that also. But one thing that is going to worry them a bit is the party is new, the infighting is not going to help them. So they should try as much as possible to find a very amicable way to resolve it. But sadly, in situations like this, we have invisible hands manipulating things. Yeah, it can be your opponent or whoever it is. It can be an opponent from EFF or from ANC or from DA or from some business investor. Yes, that is where the difficulty will be. Because if there is an invisible hand, which is always the case, practically, it's always the case, if there is an invisible hand pulling the string here and there, just because they want to cause problem within your party, because if you have problem in your party, it will be to the benefit of your opponent. That is it, definitely. So sometimes you can spend a few money to be with, but that is not what we are expecting. It's the court that will decide what is going on, but the court is just to determine whether this man was fairly treated or not fairly treated, as well as who is the leader of the MK party. But they should try as much as possible to settle this in amicably and resolve it so that we can move forward. And also, yes, the main case that Jacob Zuma and the party, we are talking about MK party, the main case, the court case that they have that is pending, is taking off the Electoral Commission, that's the Independent Electoral Commission of South Africa, to court. Yes, they are not happy at all. They are making the claim that, or they are alleging that some of their results or votes were stolen, so they are demanding for recount or even revoting. Yes, which it seems, considering or looking at it, it seems the country have moved on to some extent. But if that is the channel they want to pursue, why not? The court is there for them to go. So that is also expected. It's going to be a very great, because they are not fighting alone. They are fighting with around about some other 25 minor political parties. They also have problems or issues that the Electoral Commission of South Africa needed to attend to. So that is also in the pipeline hanging. But one very dramatic thing, now Jacob Zuma, who is having a lot of seats in parliament now, is now urging his people they shouldn't report in parliament. Yes, that's what they are saying, that they shouldn't go to parliament now. He's having over 50 votes here, 50 seats in parliament, as we reported in our previous videos already. They are having a very chunk of the number, but they are saying that they are boycotting parliament, or is calling us people to boycott parliament. No problem with that. That is their right. And as to whether the parliament will be able to move on, that when they get there, they will decide. But one beautiful thing as well that we are all expecting is in 14 days, government have to be formed and things have to kickstart. When it comes to the coalition, a lot of talks are going. According to Mbalola and his people, they are also in talk with other political parties, but they cannot do much without Jacob Zuma and MK party. Yeah, that is the fact. No matter what they want to do, Jacob Zuma and the MK party, who is holding a very big chunk of what is happening, it's not going to be very easy for them to take any decision in Parliament of South Africa without them. That is why they have to join and talk about it. Democracy is very beautiful. Let us work together. But one advice that some of us would like to give, I would like to give is, whether they take it or not take it, that one is their right to do. Yes, but I'm just giving an advice, and it's just my mind I'm speaking about. They should be very careful so that this whole thing will not tarnish the beauty of their winning. Yes, because sometimes if you become too much of litigant, it doesn't help. Yes, you have the right to go to court, but there is no need for too much of litigation. But I know their bitterness. I understand their bitterness. Sometimes it's not so easy it's not so easy for you to accept things like that. If you see that you've been treated unfairly, it's not so easy. And one very important point that they also raising, which I agree with, they said about 12 members of their party, the MK party, were killed or murdered during this period of campaigning and voting here and there. That is so sad, and that will tarnish the beauty of the election. But sadly, a lot of media houses are not talking about it. But we've heard about it and we are talking about it, and we condemn that. Democracy is supposed to be a very beautiful thing and to be enjoyed by all, not someone dying because the other person wants to be in office. No, that is not democracy. We need our politics to be neat and clear. But we wish them well. Court is the final arbiter. So we'll follow the court cases and bring you everything blow by blow account, who is losing and who is winning. We are not on any part, but we just want justice to be served so that everything will be at peace. But I promise and I wish our people we are talking about, Jacob Zuma and Jabulani, they should iron out their differences and talk about this. They should judge, or they've been around for some time now. They should talk well and understand each other so that they can move on as a political party, because they are very great force when it comes to the politics of South Africa. We only wish South Africa very well, and we want the best for South Africa. Please, for more about things like this, when it comes to politics of Africa and historical antecedents, anything about security and crime, your comments and your likes will be highly appreciated. But always subscribe to this channel for the best when it comes to things about politics of Africa, security, and anything about crime. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for being with us. Always be in touch. Thank you so much.